Hi, it's Obo1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox. And here I am at the CG performing the Lord's work by removing imps from the CG. This imp commander, I've never met him before, got the message die imp die. He did put up a bit of a fight, but I don't think he was fully engineered. He gave it a good old go, and yeah, thanks to dropping at the star, I melted my systems, but in this ship I'm quite happy to melt myself a little bit because the extra damage is always nice, but a little bit more melty than I would prefer normally. However, the brightness of the beams always makes me smile, so I can't hold a grudge for that. And it does mean that, I mean, with the beam lance, a bit of pip management goes a long way. So basically, you keep your distro full if you don't want to heat up, and when you want to heat up, drain your distro. That's it. When your distro is drained and you're still shooting, that's when you spike your heat. To control your heat, it's all about controlling those distros, and controlling your distribution of power. Controlling how much emphasis you have on different parts of your ship. I did do some ramming. I do like to manage my heat in this ship because over a long fight I will melt my systems, and the idea is to keep myself in the fight as long as I can, and then have a final burnout in silent running. That's the general plan. As long as I can go out in a blaze of glory, I'm happy, because that's what this ship is all about. Just going out in an absolute blaze of glory with a big fat smile on your face as you watch your temperature rise and you melt yourself to death, hopefully at the time you're doing the most damage to your opponent, just when you're about to die from all the heat exposure. That's the general fun of it. And most of the time, to be honest, I die ramming people, but quite often those fights end up being draws if I get the right ram in at the right time. So yeah, my little glass cannon is such a fun ship to fly. And GG's to this imp. He clearly knew when he had his time and decided to cut and run, and I can't say I blame him. His shields were nearly gone. And then I headed back to the station to just repair up, to get my modules back to 100%, because I had cooked a little bit more than I like to.
A few moments later.
Now, as things should be, DOC offered me a shortcut back to the station. Very kindly of them. I was in party, but I wasn't in wing, and that's always a dangerous place to be when we're with DOC. Now, I decided to go for Almanac UK just because he's the guy that had the bounty on him that we came down here to try and kill, and I just wanted to see how tough his shields were, etc. He had the advantage on me because he's using a Phantom, so he can control the engagement, run away and recharge his shields at will, that sort of thing. Speed kills. Speed and Elite Dangerous in a situation, if you're in a 1v1, the person who's fastest is a huge advantage. They can just break away, recharge their shields, whatever. So one of the great things about Phantom Bywoops, they're just so effective because they can just break away. As you can see, TOC dropping in numbers. I start getting blasted. My weapons are already melting off because of the previous fight I've already had with the imp. So I just decided to try and survive as long as possible, see how much damage I can do to Almanac. And he definitely wasn't taking any chances on letting that bounty slip. There was a lot of money on his head. I can't even remember how much it was. I think it was $500 million or something. But yeah, it was a good fun, cracking bit of entertainment. And yeah, so before we all teamed up and fought cops, we were ganking each other and having a bit of a laugh. So, that's what tends to happen when you're in party with TOC. If you're in party and not in the wing, it's dangerous. If you're in the wing, you're kind of like semi-okay. But that's not always a guarantee either. You might just get shot in the back when you're not paying attention. Luckily in this instance they didn't bring any of their mine layers, because when we fought 4v4, my shields got mined off quite quickly, which is not a surprise. I'm very good. I help my wingmates out and clear all the mines out of the way for them. It's a skill I have. It's that magnetism I have in my hull. I just whip through and clear out the mines to save my teammates from running into them. It's a generous service I offer to my wingmates anytime we're in a fight with people who are using mines. I'll take them all on the chin, clear them all out, lose my shields really quickly and desperately escape. That's generally what happens, and that's what happened in our 4v4. But in this time, they were just using me as target practice, which was quite good fun. Didn't have a missive, so I was quite happily going silent running for a long period of time, cooking myself totally, trying to do damage. I lost track of, I got hit so much with target lock breaker, it was very hard to stay on Almanac, and I was trying to follow the purple trail, but unfortunately I think Danger of TOC was also using purples thrusters, so like I was switching around trying to find the right target quite often, not being able to do a lot, but it was quite good fun. And watching my malfunctioning beams occasionally like go full beam and brighten up and then go back to their sad damage state was quite good fun. It's one of the hilarious things with the Beams Lance. Once I go silent running and commit myself to die, it's a matter of how long it takes before they can kill me and how much damage I can do. And I think my little glass cannon did okay in this one. It lasted quite a bit longer than I thought it would, mainly because they didn't have a missive. But I'm going to leave it there, let the rest of this play out as you watch me flounder around with a malfunctioning ship thrashing around. The fact my thrusters kept malfunctioning was giving TOC a right difficult time in targeting me because my reticle was going everywhere. It's a new evasion technique I've invented. But anyway, that's all for me talking. Enjoy the rest of this clip. There's lots of fun trails and colourful bits. So that's all. I'll catch you in the next one.